Hello, lovely people. We're here again for a new episode of the Human Lightbulbs podcast, where I talk with very inspiring human beings. And I myself am now a bit frozen, I see, but you can still hear me. I give all sorts of things: yoga, meditation, healings, coaching, talks, podcast, books. I'm writing different kind of books, all to spread seeds of consciousness and awakening. And I hope you always are very inspired by the people that I share talks with in this podcast. So welcome today, Nicolas Schizzano and Crystal Cavalier. Very welcome. And
Hello.
maybe you can talk about yourself.
Yeah. So we're obviously partners. We've been together since 2017. As far as like my journey to where I'm at right now and like the whole awakening, my mind was blown open in 1999, 2000, right in that time frame. I met somebody who was into the conspiracy theories. He actually had Gulf War illness and was struggling with that, and just introduced me to Jordan Maxwell and all of those sorts of things. So that's where it all began. As far as like my passion and purpose, it's music. It's sharing sound. I love to just improvise. I have my degree in piano performance. I do sound healing meditations, and I am starting a new thing in our local area, vocal yoga. So I'm excited to start that this summer. So it's a little bit about me.
Yeah. My awakening happened via entheogens, LSD in 2012 or so. At a college campus. Actually, I wasn't going to college there. It was in St. Cloud. It's actually a town that's known for that entheogenic history and awakening. I think it was the most in USA or something in these days. I don't know. Anyways, it was there. And this Asian guy flew back from Asia with liquid LSD, and I was drinking, and I said, I want to try that. And he was about 4'10", and I was 6'2" with my work boots. So he had to reach up, and he was like, "Oh, I gave you too many," or I don't know how many you got. And I was like, okay. and yeah, well then basically my mind was warped wide open with a million colors for 10 hours straight. And I just began thinking differently after that. And I just opened my mind to everything. I'm not surprised that actually all my researches and stuff that I share online is almost like proving a point of what I learned in those trips. Because after that, I took a lot more. I kept finding more, and DMT and mushrooms. And I grew my own mushrooms, and I spent all my paychecks on DMT, but it was the best investment ever. It's crazy as it sounds. But yeah, everything that I share online is basically what I learned without reading it. And I'm just going back and try to find it. Like immortality, you're in therapy, all that. So that's basically how it worked for me.
Yeah, I had also my share with psychedelics. It's really opens your mind so much, and it really can change your life. And so it was funny that you said like DMT, that you're so. And how do you do that? Like in the beginning, it really opens, and how do you do like after that? Do you do like once in a while? Do you have a do you have a specific like practice that you do? Like, do you still like have something that you do like this? I do nowadays, now and then, and
Yeah, I do very small amounts now. I don't do large doses anymore. It's too extreme. Plus, I think my pineal gland is very crystalline or something, or my body's clean and crystallized because sometimes I start uh tripping out pretty hard just from a little bit. So I don't do a lot anymore. I just take very small amounts every day. Every day too. So every day I take a little bit of cannabis oil from cannabis I grew from seeds found in Egypt. So I like the best cannabis. Something strain that has never been altered
Yeah.
to my
Mhm.
knowledge. And then I use amanita mushrooms because those are found wild growing. I don't like psilocybin anymore. I don't like mainstream cannabis. I don't like any of the mainstream entheogens anymore, really. I feel like they've been a bit tainted and they're a bit stressful and unclear. So yeah, I use that cannabis and wild amanita, and that's what I do it every day, and it's a really small amount. Pretty much nobody would feel it, but I know it. I can feel it.
Mhm.
Sometimes it takes a little bit more, but that's what I do. Yeah.
And it's in oil form. We don't like smoke anything anymore.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both in oil droppers. Here's the one of the amanitas. Carpathian. This is from the Carpathian Mountains in Europe. And then the cannabis is from Egypt. So yeah.
but
But that
also when
helps
you get
still.
more sensitive, you can just like do micro doses.
Yeah. Yeah. I think entheogens are really good in large doses for those that are just beginning their journey and need that
Mm.
like because I've done my fair share too when I was younger of large doses. But yeah, I'm not drawn to doing that anymore. Don't really need it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but also can you get sensitive, and then when it's a micro, you already feel like as if it's a big one.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. 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 You still want to, I guess, function and be able to, like, when you
mhm.
take a large dose, like, that's all you are going to be doing. Like, you're not going to be doing anything but, deep diving. So I like the microdose because then you can still function and,
Still receive insights
yeah,
and
exactly.
have realizations and put things together that you normally wouldn't.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I love
But
receiving lots of information and the writing and then getting new ideas and
yeah.
I love that because that also brings that. But it's like on one hand you want to have that natural connection, but on the other hand you know that there's like things out there that can help you bring that in even. So it's
Mhm.
nice to have the possibility
Yeah.
uh, to use that. And I heard
Mhm.
lots more people talk about like amanita nowadays instead of like what you said, psilocybin or mushrooms. And can you tell a bit about that? Like, in what way is the amanita maybe different?
Well, the amanita affects the GABA receptors in the brain, which just relax you more. Whereas psilocybin, it is tryptamine based, but it's very stimulating. Um, I like the amanita. I like the amanita better. The psilocybin, if you can get wild psilocybin and you like a little bit more of an intense trip, then do that too. Enjoy that. Like there's some great mushrooms that grow in Washington and Washington State in America. Those are good, but I still think they're a little bit more intense. The amanita is like the classic mushroom. It's on all the depictions, Santa Claus, and it grows under cedar.
And it only grows wild too. So any amanita that you find won't have that grown under in like a plastic tote or who knows what the substrate it was grown on. So
Oh,
like with psilocybin and stuff.
that's the
Yeah.
issue. Yeah, is all the psilocybin mushrooms are cultivated and they have a history of being cultivated by who knows who, in apartments in Chicago City by gangsters are kind of into it. We want, big mushroom sales and they're not that authentic anymore. And they kind of got a shaky, paranoid vibe to them because all the grower infused their energy into it for so long. That's what I think about it, and it has some truth to it. Of course, there's still spores going around where people go out and collect the psilocybin mushrooms, and they can grow a good batch from that. Some of it's definitely really good, but overall, I don't know. I want to switch to Amanita anyways because I've been growing psilocybin since 2012, so why not change it up too?
You also share on Facebook that you started parasite glands, and can you share about that a bit as well? Because that is also very interesting, and also I think it's necessary for people to know about that. I think you did maybe several things already, and maybe you can share that about that as well.
Yeah. So we've been doing, parasite cleanses for a while, but we found this company that puts together a kit, so it makes it really convenient. It's RodgersHood, and when we first got it, we were just like, oh, it's just tinctures, right? Plant tinctures, but like it kind of blew me away. Like I can feel it. Like if I can feel something working, I know that it's like potent and good, and it's actually doing something. So yeah, I mean, if anybody that has pets, if they're deworming their pets, why wouldn't you deworm yourself, right? It's just kind of this
Yeah, a
thing
lot of
that
people are not even aware of it, that they
know.
have that, because everybody you tell, like, no, I don't have those. But like people are not aware, but it can be in anything.
Yeah, especially if like we lived in Mexico for 4 years, and that was once we moved to more of the mountain area, water's not good throughout most of Mexico, and we obviously didn't drink the water, but once we moved into the mountains, the plumbing was so old. It was in like a 7,000-year-old town or something. It's
The
like the
oldest
oldest town in the area.
in Mexico.
Yeah. And anyways, like they would grow the vegetables and produce with the river water, which was tainted with sewage because the plumbing would just leak into the groundwater. So that's how we got sick, and we couldn't, it was from parasites, and we just could not eradicate them. They just kept, we do things and then their cycle, we just couldn't end the cycle.
Yeah. A lot of people have parasites because when you're talking about parasites, you're talking about something that's hosting off of your energy. So that could be a mold. There's a lot of different types of molds, probably thousands. There is lots of different funguses and yeasts. There are actually 470,000 patents on yeast-based fungus from the Department of Energy. Pathogenic patents. I don't know, why are they patenting parasitic pathogens?
Wow.
I don't know. So you got all those, what 1,000 different types of mold, at least 470,000 different types of fungus, and people are saying they don't have parasites. Okay. And then what about mites? You can't really even see mites. 75% of parasites are microscopic. People have mites in their bones. There's a mite in your hair called Domodex follicum. There's a mite in your face that is also in the Domodex species. And bacteria can be parasitic. And there's a lot of other things: flatworms, roundworms, pinworms, flukes, liver flukes. There's like millions of them. So everybody has them. We're all infested. You can't not be.
And I think even if you are doing the work and cleansing, it's like something you want to do more than once a year or once in your life. Even you want to keep it like 3 to 4 times a year, just to keep the egg cycle, at bay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did also lots of things against that. So look forward to like you shared about it. So hopefully that's a good one that you like. It's good that you feel that the things are happening. So you found a good one. So I will I will put the links anyway underneath here, so people can find it as well. And I have still my video was a bit strange, but at least if you can hear me, it's the first time my video was like this. But it's about like maybe I need a new one, but it's all good. And can you tell me also how you got into like urine therapy, because you also share about that.
Well, the first time I learned about urine therapy was from Brother Sage. He's one of the top urine therapists, that I know of publicly. And all it took was I found him in a group, the pineal gland group. I think it's Bianca Rulig's group. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I found that group in 2016 or something. And Brother Sage was in there, a friend of Brother Sage. One day, Brother Sage made a post. He just says, if you're not drinking your pee, you should be, or something like that. I'm like, oh, dang, he's so right. That sounds true. Everything else was a lie. Of course, pee, you should be drinking pee too. That sounds like I just tapped right into my mind went straight into the cloud of all the information. It's like, I just knew instantly. I don't combat things and argue and play the devil's advocate. I get it. I get when somebody's being authentic and telling the truth. I get it right away, fortunately. So I started drinking my pee. I was actually a little scared when it came down to it. I'm like, oh God, what is this going to be? Like, as I'm about to. So then I stopped and I read a book somehow. I don't know how I picked that book, but it was George Armstrong's in 1970, John Armstrong, someone Armstrong, The Water of Life. And I listened to the audiobook, and there was 400 case studies of people like on their deathbed dying, and they drank the urine and they came back. I was like, screw this is great. And I slammed it and I felt so good. I got like shivers all over. And that was awesome. Yeah. So 2016, I've been drinking it since, and then I just keep learning about it. And there's 5,662 nutrients now identified in urine. That lady in Canada, I think Morgan Johnson, she's doing tests on the stem cell count, on how it increases week to week into the trillions, starting out with 100 stem cells in fresh urine, multiplying into the trillions. Just that one ingredient in it makes it the best medicine on earth.
Yeah. And then once Nick and I met, he told me right away about it. And I'm like, oh, that sounds true. Same experience, not like, ew, or whatever. And I peed in a jar and drank it. And it was like a salty broth. It wasn't offensive or anything. And it's expanded since then. We started aging it. And one of my favorite skin protocols is putting it every day on my face. And then in the summertime, because we live in Minnesota, it's cold much of the year. But in the summer, our favorite thing to do is go out on the kayaks or to the beach, and we'll bring a jar of aged urine and just put it all over our bodies. And we get baby skin. It's like tan and smooth, and it's amazing.
You could watch yourself reverse years.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen her from all angles. I can kind of see me, and oh yeah, it looks marvelous. But like watching somebody in third person start from kind of like our untanned Minnesota look to like each day, when we lived in Mexico, we did it every single day for 2 hours a day in the sun. And in 6 months, the transformation that I seen, all these spots go away, and like, it regenerated everything. And it actually even gave me like muscles too. And I'm like, is this just the tan making me look like that? Later on, I found out there's a ton of creatine in urine. So you're direct, and it's all nano. Everything in urine is nano. So it's going to go right into the cells. So if you're rubbing nano creatine into your muscles and body, it's going to help your muscles too.
Yeah, and also with a lot of the beauty products, they have like 85% of them have a urea in it, and people are not even aware of it. And now recently I saw also like it was an ad saying like, oh, they want to be that you drink filtered urine, like it's the new thing. Also with the H urine, what I also do is like whenever I have a headache, I drink some, and it really helps. And but can you also share about like what a difference it makes when you have like how long it's aged, how much more difference it makes, how long you age it?
Yeah, he's gonna grab a jar. So yeah, the longer it ages, the more alkaline it gets, the more stem cells that somehow it creates. I don't know how, but it's amazing.
Yeah, and also the red blood cells increase because here's 2.5 months old. Here's about 8 months old. It turned red.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I don't know. It could be the phosphorus in it. I'm not sure what makes it red. It could be the red blood cells. That's my personal theory. We're gonna find out when people start bringing these into the laboratory. But yeah, when it ages, the white blood cells increase, which is what your body uses to kill parasites. So aged urine with trillions of white blood cells, drinking that, it could be one of the best. If not, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's the best parasite protocol ever. Plus, rubbing it all over your skin.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait till like it's warm enough.
The funguses, they live all over through your skin, and yeast and little mites and bacterias and pathogens. You got to rub this on your skin. Your skin's a massive organ, and it's in contact with chemicals all day long. There's 8,000 chemicals in your clothing.
And if anybody's like listening and they're just like, well, what about the smell, And the longer it ages, this darker stuff, it doesn't have a smell. Like it will have a smell up to a certain point, and you're just like, I'm still offended by it. It's like,
it smells
strong
because we're toxic.
But the longer it ages, that smell doesn't go away. And you can see this, like we use these, we've done lots of different techniques, but we found these to be the best. They're just wooden and you want to make sure to get the rubber seal. We did try the bamboo without rubber seal, and they mold. Some people do cheesecloth, so it can breathe, but we just make sure to pop them open and air them out often. But you have to have them covered, and otherwise bugs will get in, and then you got to throw it out.
Yeah, and you don't want mold and stuff landing in there too. So I think this is the best way. These lids, exactly. They want the larger profile because they're easier to pop on and off. They cost a little bit more. They're my favorite one. I've tried a lot of them for a while. But yeah, something like that. They're on Amazon. And then leave a lot of air in there because it needs air to do its alchemy. This amount of air is like probably the best to get your volume out of the jar and age fast. This one's not going to age as fast with that little bit of air.
Yeah, there's less.
Oh.
And if you can pop it off 1 to 3 times a day, air it out, hold it off for a second, that helps. If not, don't worry about it. If you can only air it out once a month even, or once a week, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. But if you want to get crazy about it, you can air them out like that.
It'll just take longer if you don't pop them open.
But you want it red. So yeah, this one is, I don't know, about a month and a half, 2.5 maybe. This one, I have dates on some of them. This one could be a year or 2 or 3 old, really, but it's probably like 11 to 14 months old. And this is when it gets good. It tastes like baking soda like that.
Yeah. It's very soft.
It's like medicinal. It's like really
Mhm.
like you're like really like medicinal, and but it's really great that you're like it's like you get enthusiastic about it because you need to feel what it does, and I get the energy from it. It's like from the beginning I did this like it really improved my mood and energy the moment I drink it. But now it's like the aged one I do when I really feel like I need to do it. But it's like
Yeah, like with the aged, you want to be careful because if you do drink too much, you will have diarrhea. So I just do like 3 gulps. Not every day, just when I'm feeling it. Probably at least once a week. But the skin on my face, it's every day. I don't skip a day on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend James was doing a watermelon fast, and he drank, I think, a whole thing of aged urine with the watermelon fast, just a one day. And he pooed out like 200 crawling white worms. Yeah, he sent me a video. It's the craziest parasite poo I've ever seen.
Wow.
Absolutely by far. Because I've never seen that many. I've never seen them just like look like maggots. And he just pooed them out. He didn't leave it in the woods for a long time. They were all crawling. I have the video still. It's literally the best parasite video ever. Have you ever seen them crawling? Because
No.
most
They
people
usually come out dead.
Yeah, because most people do wormwood,
Yeah. So
walnut,
it kills
yada
them.
yada yada. And it screws up their metabolism, like we learned. It starves them to death, and also pumpkin paralyzes them. So I have a feeling a lot of these parasites do stuff like that, paralyze them, and come in at a different angle. Pumpkin paralyzes. Black walnut starves their metabolism,
And diatomaceous earth essentially just shreds them.
shreds them.
But the urine, you think, why do they come out alive?
Because the herbs paralyze, throw off their metabolism, so they starve to death. This just, I don't know. This just, just puts them to the detox pathway. And there's still, it's amazing. I gotta find that video and share it.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Janneke, but we can keep talking. So
is it recording though?
It's recording, yeah. Still recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, urine therapy. It's like something we're super passionate about, and like I think people can feel that. We actually were approached by a very big TV channel wanting to do maybe do a story. We are still waiting to hear back on that, but yeah, it's going to become more and more mainstream. Like you're going to hear about it, and yeah, she might be messaging. I think her phone just buzzed.
Also, we're not selling anything. We don't want to sell anything, even anyways. Really, we just want to share good things.
Yeah, and that's like one of the best things about it is that it's free and everybody has it. Everybody has urine, right? Everybody pees. So
it's infinite. It's abundant. It's absolute wealth. And there's also gold in it. There's testable gold in it, an amazing amounts. And there's old books where they make gold bars out of urine. This is like the biggest life hack in the world. Humans are worth a ton. They're worth like 1.8 million. The liver's like 300,000. Each kidney's 120,000. Every body part can be parted out. We're worth a lot. We're advanced biocomputers. We're like robots and super advanced. You see how they're taking the robots? And of course, they're going to use precious metals because they work better. And they're also turning to flesh. They got flesh skeletal systems. They got flesh muscular systems. They're taking human brain cells and making computer head units out of human brain cells. We're the most advanced computers, self-regenerating. You get a cut, grows back. Crack a bone, seals back. We're super hyper advanced computers made out of all precious earth elements worth a ton of money. Gold is in there, silver's in there, copper's in there. It generates its own hydrogen. You could smell it.
Oh yeah, tell them about the ORP meter.
It's negatively charged. Negative voltage.
Mm-hmm. And not, the only other things that are the hydrogen water, the machine that we have. What else? You used to test like lots of
Test it,
different
right?
things.
Nothing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. He's getting his
This
orb
meter's
meter.
not very good. It's slow, and I've had ones that count up slow, but here's 0 millivolts.
And this is the aged, around 8 months aged. So what are we at?
14 positive. See, this thing's not working. And I know it's negative because I've done it.
Oh, it's going down. It's just really slow. 12. Yeah. Our really good one broke. We had it for a while. But now it's at 11.
Yeah, it's testing.
Oh, that's good. You have
Yeah.
a device to test it.
It's an orb meter, but it's not that good of one. We had a one that worked better, so it goes down really slow. But the whole point of this is that it is negatively charged.
Yeah.
The urine is, yeah.
Yeah, and it generates its own hydrogen as well. It's a hydrogen generator. This one is negative 53 millivolts. So anything negative is anti-inflammatory. It has the ether in it. It has negative voltage. It's not inflaming positive voltage. Yeah, this orb meter isn't that good, but I had a urine go down to negative 800 millivolts, which is insane.
Mm-hmm. But then that orb meter broke, so we have to get a better one. But
I need a better PC.
I know. I've been saying that today. I need to like get things put it onto the hard drive because it's full.
Oh my God. But it's funny that it's like the video, like the video was not working and my PC broke down, but it's like, whatever happens, we keep on going because like everybody, when you have you have different demons, like every time you we're like in a game and then you're like having upgrades. And then every level has its other demons and other obstacles and other challenges to overcome. And that's also how you keep learning from life, but also how you keep growing yourself.
Yeah. That's another thing too that we put together a while back is that parasites are demons and vice versa. Demons are parasites. So to cleanse the parasites, you are essentially exorcising the demons out of you. And then exercising, like running or lifting weights, that's cleansing the demons out of you as well. It's the same word. Yeah.
Very much about exercising and I did a lot and but it's like also like when people have like depressed, they think it's them, but it can be the parasites in their bodies that like taking their the negative energy in them, and they don't like. I think this is one of the best things people can do is clearing out parasites in the body and see your whole life change.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they cause negative thoughts. They cause sexual thoughts. They cause
thoughts of controlling what they want to eat, like the sugar and the starch and the meat. Yeah.
And especially like America, what people the normal eat culture is like crazy there, This it's like people are not aware of it and they get sick and then they don't even know it's the food.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more to that, and it's going to be coming out soon. Information on, and then somewhere in the Bible it says your demons may be invisible to the naked eye. I don't know. Bible stuff is so vague, but and it was even better worded than that. It was something along those lines of like they're in you and you can't, and they're microscopic. It said microscopic. The one that I seen, and then I Googled it later to try to find it. I couldn't find it. But yeah, it says your demons may be microscopic inside of you. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like, but the whole reality is crazy. Yes, it's like, this whole reality is crazy. And they're like, oh, is it aliens? Is it demons? Is it like from like different dimensions? It's like this reality. But it's also, I feel like when you expel your own demons out of your body, you on a bigger scale, you expel the demons out of this whole world.
Yes.
And that is also happening. Like we're doing the cleansing inside of us, but there's also big cleansing happening in the whole world.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good point. And I've been thinking worms are like wormholes to their little demon realm. And yeah, if you kill them, they won't have a physical landing point to, embody or wormhole over to.
Yeah. And I want to also ask, do you also, we are also very much like into enemas and colonics. Is it also something that you both do?
Yeah, well, I do the aged urine enemas every day.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Just quick ones. I just have a little syringe and just draw it up. And sometimes it's only like a minute long enema, but it gets my bowels moving and I flush out all that gunk because I'm constantly taking anti-parasitic herbs all day and detoxing herbs and supplements. So I can feel in my colon there's like rotten death in there and it needs to get out because I'm taking it's just so many things. Glutathione, diatomaceous earth, fulvic acid, the Parasite protocol, and then like 38 different essential oils that I take up to. People will freak out when they hear this if they do. I take like almost 1,000 drops a day because
Wow.
they are like liquid sunlight. They're the highest vibrating medicine. They're the ethers of the planet, steam distilled herbs, the greatest ones, frankincense, tree resin, and myrrh resin, and all these different types of cedar, steamed cedar oils.
And those that are like just starting out with essential oils, though, you don't want to start with 1,000. You will herx. So just
Yeah, you're gonna kill off
beware.
pathogens, funguses, flatworms, mites, tons of yeast, candida. You're gonna be killing it all off. They're gonna be flushing their metals and their little toxins. It's like a lipotoxin. They like eject out of their center of their body like these nasty toxins with the metals they were eating, and it'll fill your bloodstream. You're gonna feel horrible.
Yeah. So yeah, start slow. That's what I like about the Parasite protocol is that it's all in a kit and it includes a little tincture bottle that has heavy metal herbs that remove the heavy metals too. So it's a really well put together thing. She covered all bases.
Yeah,
It's a small company too. I like that.
Yeah, it's real proper. I would recommend that. And then you can contact us if you want extra credit, something to add to the cleanse.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or to do in between the cleanse or stuff like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're not doing just the Parasite cleanse that she has. We do the essential oils and stuff too along with it. But you don't have to.
Good to know. And I will have the links all underneath here so people can find it. And what can you also share? Like, what is like the future gonna bring for you, or like the world maybe, but also for you? Like, what are you like certain plans that you're having, or like that you're like where you're gonna focus on, or what like things that you're gonna be sharing?
Well, I did touch on like the vocal yoga class that I'm going to be starting. Maybe I'll do it online eventually. So I'm really excited about that. And
we've got our tooth kit, tooth regeneration kit. Or I shouldn't say regeneration. I can't say that it'll regenerate your teeth or anyone's teeth. Very well could.
It's oral care. Yeah.
But it's really good. Yeah, it's nano-sized pearl powder. From the best pearls in the world, or of the two, you can get saltwater and non-saltwater. There's saltwater pearls.
Yeah. And then there's sacred clay, which is clay found in Crater Lake or near Crater Lake, Oregon.
There's ormus powder, naturally occurring ormus powder in there. And yeah, there's a powder that you brush into your teeth and it helps remineralize. It's got calcium and magnesium and other trace minerals. And that's what the teeth are made out of. And you got to have magnesium to bind the calcium in place. And that's the powder.
Oh.
It's a kit. You can buy the powder individually. It lasts like 3 months.
Mm-hmm. And then if you want, you can have the frankincense
chewing gum.
It's hard to see, but
all natural tree resin. And then the oil pull is a 2 ounce of about 12 different oils. We call it the royal oil pull. And every morning, because your mouth breeds all night long these nasty bacterias and parasites that
that's what gives you bad breath, right?
Yeah,
the morning breath.
These little parasites that have suction cups, and they go into your microtubules in your teeth. Your teeth are just a bunch of tubes, and then they get the suction cups, and then they land and they live off your nutrients in your teeth, and you need to knock those off. And one thing, there's xylitol in here, and the powder, and that helps knock them off. And then the royal oil pull every morning works really good. We have a ton of oils in here. Castor, because castor is really good for oil pull. It has a biofilm that's very compatible with the biofilm in your mouth. And then, of course, hemp seed is miraculous. MCT, coconut. And then we also put alma oil, apricot kernel, argan black seed, bringrage, brahmi, fennel, juniper, neem, cedar, papaya seed, mandarin, cinnamon. It's delicious, the cinnamon, clove, frankincense, and myrrh. And that's the oil pull. I thought that was a brilliant idea. This powder is also brilliant too, but this is a really good tooth protocol.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I've always, even as a kid, without even knowing about it, been super into oral care. Obviously, my parents didn't know any better, and I was using fluoridated toothpaste. But as soon as I moved out, like I said, in '99, I learned right away about the fluoride in the water and the toothpaste. So I quit using that. But I've never had a cavity in my life. So super passionate about oral care.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's really good. But people are indeed not aware of how you can take care of your own teeth, and that there's a lot of different natural possibilities out there. So this is also really good for people to know that you have this really great possibility out there, and that you can indeed remineralize and heal naturally if you have teeth. And a lot of people are not aware of that. So that's really good. So thank you for all you're doing and sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then the next thing is like a body, it's like armpit. It makes you smell good because we don't want people to use any synthetic spray, and it'll have like the rarest essential oils in it that nobody's ever heard of, because I just think that's fun. And
it's something new out there, right?
Yeah, like Buddha wood and agar wood, and there's like 10 other ones that I can't even pronounce. And they smell really good. They're like woods from the jungles. And we're gonna be making us, like, I don't want to call it really perfume or cologne or armpit, but they'll just smell good, and you can put them on your armpits and all that. That'll be our next thing we're looking forward to making. Yeah,
nice, because it's like all the normal deodorant has aluminum in there and all sorts of chemicals, and then all the perfumes also have all neurotoxins in them. Like people are like don't know, like, and they put now smells and everything. They have like toilet paper with smells. They have like garbage bags with smells. They have like I
know.
smell it immediately. I want it out of my house. People think that's
Mhm.
good. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
350,000 synthetic environmental chemicals, all toxic.
Yep. So it's, people are becoming more and more aware. I like to share about stuff like that on social media. So, I might get some flack from some people, but it's worth it.
And you feel it's flipping. It's flipping
It
because
is.
the information that I share, much more people share it. And it's like
Yes.
the awareness is growing and also quicker. I feel it's almost like time. It's like I feel like we're in the quickening, like more and more is coming out and more is happening. It at one point, we're the ones that people are gonna look out for. I want to always ask at the end. It's like a question, like what if people at this moment are really struggling on different planes? Like, what would your message be for them? Like for the people that are like very struggling in this moment.
Well, just simply find a place outside. That's important. If you can find a place in the forest, that's even better. Even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, and just sit there and breathe, and maybe a message will come through, like ask a question if you have a specific question that you're struggling with, and just be with yourself without distractions for 5-10 minutes a day. I mean, you don't have to do it that long.
I would say clear your body of the chemicals and pathogens because they're causing you the misery. Get yourself some of that Dr. Cowan's turpentine. It's pine sap, distilled pine sap. It dissolves chemicals and kills parasites. And you can get a ton of it for cheap. 15 drops 3 times a day. Maybe get some coconut, activated coconut charcoal and take that at night. And just do that. Start clearing that crap out of your body because that's making you feel like miserable.
And confused.
It lives in the brain. You got mycotoxins from mold in your brain, and everybody's finding parasites in people's brains now. We're just finding out. That's what's making people suffer. Chemicals and pathogens.
Yeah. So cleanse and get outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's frozen again.
Well,
yeah. I don't want to push like anything because the recording, it's on her end, so we'll just wait. But yeah, if you like what you've heard today and you want to learn more about us, you can find us both on social media. We're on all the different things: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we're there as Crystal Clear Compass, and Nick Schizzano. You can also go to our website, and we have lots of offerings there. It's crystalclearcompass.com.
My Facebook is Nicholas Schizzano. Her Facebook is Crystal Cavalier. We share all of our information, and we share everything on there. And we're just here to help people get a clear mind. Really, that's our logo.
Yeah, your guide to clarity.
Yeah, Crystal Clear Compass.
Oh, and we also have a YouTube channel too, which you'll see this video on there, as well as a bunch of other good things, including astrology and health stuff and music.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
Okay, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
So really one of the most important things is get those parasites out of your body, people, and be aware of that. And that is there's a reason why a lot of people that are awake for a long time are like, this is like the number one, like biggest priority. So to get these parasites out of their body and to heal yourself and to detox yourself. And then you also find out that there's like so many different ways of being and living and as being alive. Like people think they're alive, but wait until you detoxed a lot and healed a lot, then you are like a totally different person, like the possibilities that you have.
It's a good point. You will be a different person.
Yeah,
You really will be.
100%.
Because you'll think different thoughts, you'll crave different things. They're finding all these people are doing parasite cleanses that are homosexual, and they get done with the cleanse and they're not homosexual anymore. Like this is how much of the personality the parasites are having on you.
Oh wow, that is something that I didn't heard that one before. So wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah, so a whole different world goes maybe open for anybody who is doing this. So I'll really go for it. And thank you so much. It's amazing what you're doing for people and for humanity. And thank you so much. And I'm wishing you so much success with everything what you're doing. And thank you very much for being here. And people can find you here on all these links. And wishing you all the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Say bye to the people. Bye-bye. And I will stop recording. Bye.